Hey, we're back for part 2, and we're going to see if we have any kind of sound that sounds right, or if the whole thing is blowing up in my face. And we're going to see if we have any kind of sound that sounds right, or if the whole thing is blowing up in my face. And we're going to see if we have any kind of... Maybe it's not bad. Maybe it's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's not bad. That looks like it's synced. I don't know if it's synced successfully, but we're going to find out. I don't know if it's synced successfully, but we're going to find out. I say, it's close enough for government work. Oh, if we were only working for the government, can you imagine all the money we'd have? And the captions appear to be working. That doesn't mean anything, though, in the long and the bit of it. But the captions look okay, I think. Yes. Our stream looks very pretty. And we're sort of here online now, live and in person, not from the Omaha Civic Auditorium. And the music is loud in my headphones, but not in the background as far as I can tell. But what do I know? I've been offline for 45 minutes. Turning it up to see. We have to test on big TV. Turning it up to see. We have to test on big TV. It's not terrible. So you have to set up an audio delay. Oh, what I want to check is the background sound, because the sound is very loud to me, but let me see what it sounds like. Now, music is very soft, actually, in real life. It's just loud in my head, which is probably the way it should be, but who knows? So we're streaming live, sort of. It's a big test day here on Boles.tv, live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Sometimes we're here and sometimes we're not. Checking our stream stats, we are using 1.3% of our CPU, which is less, because we used to be using about 40% of our CPU in our Mac setup. We are streaming at 60 frames per second, instantaneous. We are not losing any frames. Unbelievable. And our upload rate is above 6,000. So now that we got our freaking audio set up, I knew that you had to do a delay in audio, but I could not figure out how to do the delay in the video, the async setting. I was not clicking on the wrong thing. I was clicking on the wrong thing, not the right thing. And when you go online and you go to YouTube or whatever, and you try to figure out what is going on, all the YouTube videos are out of date. They don't make any sense because it's not the same interface. Everything gets updated. So you're looking at something from a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, and you're not clicking on the same things. So then you try to philosophize and say, okay, that's not working. So what do I need to do to make it work? And then you go in there and then you figure out the right click, which is a right click. And then you set up a filter and it clicks async, and you type in the number, and the number matches so far what you put into your audio settings. And then you restart the stream and you say, and you're very happy to be here and sort of be live. But who knows if we're live or not? So far we appear to be live. So let's just... We are now streaming at 60 frames per second. feel like streaming us at a and resolution. And we have everything maxed out. Camera is maxed out. I am maxed out. Music is maxed out. The microphone is maxed out. The canvas, as they say, is maxed out. Because that's the only way to know if it's going to work. And so far, we are absolutely rock solid. Which is shocking to me, because who knew that we would actually be rock solid? But we are rock solid. How are we doing on sound? See, we moved like this. We were getting a little bit of glitching earlier. Hello? Hello? We have a lot of light. We like light. Light is good. Light is fantastical. The music is strong. The will of the way of the world is even better. So we have some new graphics that I'll share with you. This is our new intermission screen, which I super duper love. And if someone follows us, we get a big bing bang there. It's a little loud, but that's okay. What else do we have to do, right? We're messing around. And I might use this too sometimes. This is a nice short break. You don't have to look at the ridiculous. When we're ending the show, we get this little thing. The stream is ending. You saw this earlier. This is our new starting screen. Which worked very well. I'm very impressed with how it looks. And here I am in the main screen. Fun. Our balloons are looking great. Now the problem is going high definition is you can really see details, which is not good when you are old and ugly. That makes a problem for you. But not a terrible problem for you when you just try to figure out what's going on in the world. Checking our lights. This is what it looks like with the lights off. Wow, not terrible. But better with lights. Now let's see what our browser looks like. It's all different on Windows. I'm telling you, this is the whole process. Upgrading from Windows, from Mac to Windows. Totally separate thing. It's been 27 years. And everything has changed and nothing has changed. It's still impossible. The fonts are ugly as sin on Windows. You have to go through all kinds of trippy things to make them look right with clear text. I don't know why that's not part of the setup from the very beginning. And then the fonts look awful on Chrome, which I think is by design by either Google or Microsoft, and then you have to go in there and turn things off and 2D canvases, and then they finally start looking a little bit better. But you've been suffering for 4 days with this ugly, ugly, ugly font look. And when you make a change, excuse me, using Streamlabs, which I used for 4 years at the start of this stream, over 250 hours streaming live with you. Trying to get the mix in my headset right. The music is very loud, but also delightful. I am dancing inside, by the way. This is slip.stream music. And I think, okay, well, just forget it. Let's just go with Streamlabs again. So you fire up Streamlabs on Windows and nothing works. You've lost everything. And you look at your old scenes, you say, where did they go? Oh, they have the Apple sign next to it. So I think, okay, forget Streamlabs. So we'll go with just regular OBS. You download that, and then you figure out there are no themes, and there are no widgets, and there are no alerts, so you have to go back to Streamlabs anyway to put them in. And they think, well, who needs Streamlabs? Stream Elements is free. You go into Stream Elements and trying to set up their scenes and their themes, and then it'll play ugly. Ugly experience. I couldn't make it work. I was under a time frame, though. Time deadline. Then you go look at MooBot. Oh, MooBot looks fantastic. I'd love to have MooBot for my moderator, but I want it to say Boles Bot. And if you want to do that, that's something like $5 a month or $10 a month, or more than that. So I'm thinking, I've already paid for Streamlabs, and people seem to hate Streamlabs, but it's there. You pick a new theme and you start it, and it's there. And it's absolutely glorious. And somehow my Twitch does taunting me on my iPhone. And it bothers me because that's where I monitor my closed captions. Now the captions appear to be working. But that doesn't mean they're actually working. I see the captions here, but I don't see the captions there where they're supposed to be, and I don't know why. And I don't know why. Okay, now that it takes a long time to get the captions there. I keep kicking my new subwoofer. And I tell you, setting up a Windows machine is like setting up a whole new world. You gotta install everything. It's not easy to transfer stuff from a iMac to a Windows machine because you just can't copy over. You have to copy stuff to OneDrive and then download it, but then OneDrive times out, and you have stuff on Google Drive, which sort of works, sort of there. You just can't like take an SSD from your iMac and plug it into your Windows machine and copy it over. It doesn't work that way. I discovered. So Stream Elements, MooBot, OBS, and closed captions are very important. Web Captioner looks very good. But we use StreamCC. It's already set up. It's already working. So late yesterday, I said, look, let's just go back to Streamlabs, download it, get our new stuff like this, and just deal with it. And set it all up again, because we understand this is the beast we understand. Things work very differently between a Mac and Windows. But Streamlabs Windows and Streamlabs Mac work the same way. It's just the themes, I guess. So you have to start all over. So I did. And it's working all right. I don't know why people badmouth Streamlabs so much. I understand they had the OBS problem, but they fixed it. And they apologized. So who get mad at that? It's not like they lied about the whole thing. They may have misled. They may have been opaque, but I don't think that they were trying to be cruel. So then yesterday I had everything working, and I decided, well, I should do a little recording to see if it was all actually working. And I figured out that I was pinning my mic because how my USB Pre 2 audio device, which is like a $1,000 mic input music player, works very differently under Windows than Mac. I had to crank everything up to 10, almost to 11 if I could, to get a sound out of it. And on Windows, I have it, cranked up to 5, and it's too loud and I'm pinning. So I have to figure out that's why I can't hear myself. And then there's a lot of noise interference that was introduced somehow from my iMac days to my now Windows days on my big Dell desktop. And I couldn't figure out what to do. How do I get rid of this hum, this noise? So you do internet searches, you try to put on the filters on your microphone, they sound terrible. And let me just test and see how we're sounding. And let me just we're a little off, but it's not terrible, I don't think. So I found, by reading, a wonderful app called Crisp.ai. And Crisp.ai Okay, it sounds good. Now, I hate when I'm tripping my head this way because I look very bald. It's a very ugly look. If the lights were not so bright, it looks better. I should go this way, but the television's the opposite way. I should put a mirror up here so I can look at myself without seeing my balding pate in high definition. So I found this thing called, what was it? Crisp.ai. Let me see if I can find that website. And it's a noise suppressing thing. It works really freaking good. This is our new browser setup. Uh-oh, I didn't set up the browser. There we go. Are we glitching now? Are we still here? We're still here, sort of. Why am I so off center? I need to go this way. Oh, it's all different. Okay, I need to move myself because I can't move. No, sir. Oh, yeah. Oh, Dean. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. This is a AI-based noise cancellation. There's us, but we're okay with it because we're remove unwanted noise from HD voice for the best vocal quality. Room and acoustic echo removal. A floating widget. Easy access to key features. You can have a virtual background, which I don't know what that means. Fully support for any headset, microphone, and speaker. Low power mode for minimal CPU usage. And so far, it's looking pretty darn good, I gotta say. The microphone and the speaker. And you get 240 free minutes. And we have 48 minutes left. Testing yesterday, testing today. Oh my goodness. They're coming for us. And then if you want to upgrade, I think it's $5 a month for unlimited fun. You can mute a barking dog. So far, excuse me, 100% worth it. It works as described. And let's be frank about that. Very few things in life are working as described. So we have 48 minutes left before the thing time bombs on us, but that's okay because that'll take us to 11 o'clock, and we're going to keep going because we've already gone, and we're going to go and go until we can't go anymore because this is our test day. I might be glitching a little bit, but it's okay because we're in high definition now. So how's the Ethereum going today? Well, let me tell you about that, laddies. Better, but this morning when I first checked, wow, it was down to 2,500. That's terrible if you have an investment. That's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for me. And if you're an NFT artist, it's going to be really bad for you. Let's check the price of gas in America. Well, gas is way down, $16. Fabulous. Last week it was $80 for gas. Nobody wants that, right? Here's my OpenSea profile. We're testing to see how fast these things load and what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. Oops, hit the wrong button. Hello, streaming live, coming back. Here we go. In our lovely NFT collection. Looking good and looking very beautiful, I do dare say. If I may and if I might. I should go, when I go like this, I should put my hand up there so you can't see. Right? It's not that thin. So the scrolling looks great. Purely delightful. Everything's loading. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's our story. We're going to do that later. Now we're going to go to Vimeo and test live streaming. Just to see how this looks. Because our video has been glitchy on a Mac. Now this is the ultimate test. To see what it looks like live.
And this is where we went, I thought. Now here, now there.
That's what we
want. From the
want.
grass some 40 years ago.
Now this should mean we can do like interviews with people. Like live video interviews.
I had returned
Marie,
and walked
wherever
along
she
the
is in the
streets
world,
and saw the house where I was born
and get her
and
to join
grown,
us via Zoom.
and had my endless days. The days being short now, simply I had come to gaze and look and stare upon the thought of that once endless maze of afternoons. But most of all, I wished to find the places where I ran as dogs do run before
Let
or
this
after
plane go check in
boys.
the other room.
The paths put down by Indians or brothers wise and swift pretending at a tribe. I came to the ravine. I half slid down the path, a man with graying hair but seeming supple thoughts, and saw the place was empty. Fools, I thought. Oh, boys of this new year, why don't you know the abyss waits you here? Ravines are special, fine and lovely, green and secretive, and wandering with apes and thugs and bandit bees that steal from flowers to give to trees. Caves echo here, and creeks for wading after loot, a water strider, crayfish, precious stone, or long-lost rubber boot. It's a natural treasure house. So why the silent place? What's happened to our boys? They now no longer race and stand them still to contemplate Christ's handiwork. His clear blood bled in syrups from the lovely wounded trees. Why only bees and blackbird winds and bending grass? No matter. Walk. Walk, look, and sweet recall. I came upon an oak where once, when I was 12, I had climbed up and screamed for Skip to get me down. It was 1,000 miles to Earth.
Get me down from here!
I shut my eyes and yelled. My brother, richly compelled to mirth, gave shouts of laughter and scaled up to rescue me. "What are you doing here?" he said. I did not tell. Rather drop me dead. But I was there to place a note within a squirrel nest, on which I'd written some old secret thing now long forgot. Now in the green ravine of middle years, I stood beneath that tree. Why? Why, I thought, my God, it's not so high. Why did I shriek? Can't be more than 15 feet above. I'll climb it handily. And did. And squatted like an aging ape alone and thanking God that no one saw this ancient man at antics. Clutched grotesquely to the bowl. But then, oh God, what awe. The squirrel's hole and long-lost nest were there. I lay upon the limb a long while, thinking. I drank in all the leaves and clouds and weathers going by as mindless as the days. What if I thought... But no. Some 40 years beyond, the note I'd put, it's surely stolen off by now. A boy or screech owls pilfered, read, and tattered it. It's scattered to the lake like pollen, chestnut leaf, or a smoke of dandelion that breaks along the wind of time. No. I put my hand into the nest. I dug my fingers deep. Nothing. And still more nothing. Yet digging further, I brought forth the note. Like moth wings neatly powdered on themselves and folded close, it had survived. No rains had touched, no sunlight bleached its stuff. It lay upon my palm. I knew its look. Ruled paper from an old Sioux Indian head scribble writing book. What, oh, what had I put there in words so many years ago? I opened it, for now I had to know. I opened it and wept. I clung then to the tree and let the tears flow out down my chin. Dear boy, strange child, who must have known the years and reckoned time and smelled sweet death from flowers in the far churchyard. It was a message of the future. To myself, knowing one day I must arrive, come, seek, return. From the young one to the old. From the me that was small and fresh to the me that was large and no longer knew. What did it say that made me weep?
I remember you.
I remember you.
Yeah, that's great. Marshall Jameson, friend and mentor. And we have discussed many times, this is an autoplay. We have discussed many times in the past how the ending of that is royally not right. It's not, I remember you, it's you remember me. Because a child writing it 50 years ago is not going to say, I remember you, because the child isn't remembering the person in the future. It's you remember me, meaning the old person will eventually come back and find this note that I'm leaving for myself for 50 years. So let's see what else we have here. Here's an old video from the beautiful Jan Marie. Bring me my soup and then go away. Bowl of soup. There's a bug in it. I don't like that. Yeah. Throw it back in your face. That's for our book. Hand jive. Here's another one from Hand Jive, old video, 20 years ago. The beautiful young Jana Marie sweetheart. Rich. Look at me. Oh, that's so beautiful. I am the king. Fun. What other videos do we have here? Here's a high def of the Jana Marie. Shot with a Hero 10. You can hear the background sound, the window's open. Shot with a GoPro Hero 10 in the field. Okay. That's okay. Looks good. What other videos do I have? Oh, here's Dora the Crow. Let's see how this one. This was always shaky when we first saw it. Through no fault of the crows.
He's trying to get the food from the closed bag. And of course, everybody's going to go by there. Oh well. That's the end of.
Look great. Fabulous. What other videos do we have that we can look at? Oh, we have so many fun things to do. Okay, here we'll look at this one. This is. Okay, we'll look at this one. Well, we're testing glitching and seeing how this plays. And these are not downloads. These are just playing live from our video website. Oh, I actually hit the play button. The sounds you hear are skateboarders. And they're everywhere and very annoying. Well, it looks shockingly fantastic. So just that alone is worth all of this sort. I'm Now let's go to the YouTube. Now this, but I do want to just watch the video. Really encourage you to check. Fantastic. Yeah. Smooth. Oh, it looks so good. Haven't slept for a week. Take a little nap right now. So since we can't have that sound, we'll go back to our slipstream sound because that's a sound we can have and enjoy. Coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. January Sweethearts here on Fridays at 10:15. And then her big bad self is back on the weekends at 11 a.m. having fun with you live and in concert on Boles.tv. And the Mona Lisa twins are in full HD. And if I were really showing them, I would make it a big thing so I wouldn't have to see all that other cruft below, so they would fill the whole screen. I can't play their music because I'll get ding-danged by the YouTube. Boy, it looks good, though, for a live stream. So that's what happens when you upgrade everything you have. Your CPU usage goes down from 40% to 1%. Your frames per second are rock solid at 60, or sometimes you drop down to 48 and sometimes 25. Your frame loss rate is 0, where sometimes it would be high as 2 or 3%. And your streaming strong. 6,000. Trying to think what else we can test, things we need to know, things we can do together. How much more time do we have left on this? I just love watching them perform. And I believe they are actual twins. They are sister and sister. Now, are they twins or just, twins as in singing twins? I don't know that. I don't know enough about them. I do know they like the color orange, which is a strange color to pick because they don't seem to be naturally orange. It's more like red, dyed red, which is fine. And the weather today is just shockingly good in New York. We're going to have a high of 75 degrees. It's overcast and ugly. However, you can't beat the weather. It's warm. Now, tomorrow's going to be 40, and the next day is going to be 40, and the next day after that's going to be 50, and then 40, 40, 40, 40. So we're having these wild, strange swings in temperature that are just completely and absolutely alarming in many bad ways. But it's going to be sunny today, so you can't really beat that. So what else can we test? Aha! we'll test some SoundCloud stuff that I've uploaded. Oh, that's not my account. Whose account is this? Oh, I have to sign in. Okay, I better take that up. Let me sign in. Go to this screen. I'll do the signing in. Okay. Now we're in. I go home. What are we going to play? I should be sharing my confusion with you. Trying to find. I have home. Play some coil radio.
Mighty 1290 coil. The rock of the Midwest. Mighty 1290 coil. More solid rock. Mighty 1290 coil. More solid rock. Mighty 1290 coil. Music radio. KOIL. Omaha, the most music, KOIL, Music Radio, KOIL, Music Radio, KOIL, the most music, KOIL, the music sounds best on KOIL.
Welcome to David W. Boles Urban Semiotic.
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 Attention and intention, contextual consequences, and cultural confusion in Deaf West's Spring Awakening Broadway revival. Oh, that was fun. Oh. Got a little alert. I don't know if we could hear that or not. That was weird. So, SoundCloud is doing well. Played the 1290 coil radio jingles. Then there was a test of Welcome to Urban Semiotic by David W. Boles in all kinds of languages. And then we had my review of the Deaf West Spring Awakening show on Broadway, which was okay, but it could have been so much more. We're going back to OpenSea, and we're going to test our links. See what's going on with our friend Ian Jones, one of our favorite new artists. Very affordable, does a lot of one-of-ones, which is exactly what you want. And his floor price is 0.099, which is absolutely fantastic. He's underappreciated and underrated. These are his 3 newest skulls, which I like, but he took the best one first. Why offer this skull for alleged sale on your account? Oh, I'm glitching myself. I don't know why. Why am I glitching? I think it's because I'm scrolling. And he owns it himself. You can't have it. There's no price on it because he owns it. All right, Ian Jones. We're watching you. Now, I do notice that this glitches just a little bit when things are moving in the browser. So I have to keep an eye on that. But we're not glitching just sitting here chatting with you when everything's not moving. I'm trying to think what other high-resolution tests we can do today. Because our content is a little wild and just a little bit wacky. Hey, there's our friend, El Beyonce. Nice to see you, friend. I don't know what challenge you're doing, but I hope you win, if that is the idea of the challenge, or I hope you accomplish the task. I don't know if this is a game or something for school. I'm sure you're going to tell us, and this is the perfect time to tell us because we are testing our Windows setup. And we're not doing anything pre-planned. It's all open and rocking, which is the way a live stream is supposed to go. And we're testing our glitching, and we're testing our video and our audio, and we're testing our web scrolling. It's a video of all your favorite streamers on Helium. Well, that's hilarious. I had no idea that was a thing, but I completely believe you. For other video streaming tests we can do. You have a lot of streamers and you're one of my favorites. Well, thank you so much. You're one of my favorite chatters when you're not talking about Helium. Are there a lot of streamers who do Helium for you? You go on there. Where are they getting this Helium, by the way? There's no Helium left. That's regular air. We did Helium yesterday for an hour and used up all the Helium. Yeah, we did a whole Helium thing yesterday. Were you saying you weren't here? I thought you were here every day. I thought you were my biggest fan. I can't believe you missed Helium Day. It was an hour and a half of fun. But that's okay. Maybe we'll do it again in a year or two. You think the music is loud? That we're testing today. So to me, the music is not loud. But if the music is too loud, you have to tell me. Taking off my headset so I can hear this. So I can hear the TV. Taking off my headset so I can hear this. So I can hear the TV. This one. Okay, we're out of helium. We used it all up yesterday. Now, I'm sure you've heard about some of these streamers who are selling farts in a jar for $1,000. There was one, the streamer who did it and then got sick because she was eating too many beans in a day because she was actually doing farts in a jar and selling them. Now there's a new streamer, both of them female, who is also now selling her farts in a jar for $1,000. Now, I do have a new offer available today, and only today, of fart-filled balloons for $5,000. And there's only one of one. So if you're interested and you want to make a video, get in on the ground floor. Because that's a lot of beans to fill up one heart-shaped balloon.
Today, this is the day that the Lord Lady! Lord.
We're looking at all our videos because we can finally see them now. Oh, we can have the sound. No music. I don't know how to turn the sound down on this. Oh well. I guess I'm still sort of glitching. So we'll go to this view. So let me just find something here. Ah! I don't know what that is. It's not natural. Weird. Now, speaking of farts in a balloon, just in the interest of full disclosure, I have been farting now for 5 minutes for free. I don't know if our noise canceling microphone has picked them up, but the scent is absolutely amazing. I would enjoy it. Remember, one day only, fart-filled balloons, $5,000. Only one of one. Don't have enough beans to fill up all three. And we're seeing if we're glitching a little bit. Little strange, but we're not losing anything. I don't know why it glitches. I don't know how it glitches. But it's all good and going well. No complaints here. All right, we're going to take a very brief blood pressure break, and we will be back in a moment. And this is our new intermission screen. And we will return momentarily with the rest of the world beyond us.
This is a test donation for $87.
And we are back from break. I am currently downloading an episode 8 of the Westborough Crusaders. Filmed around 1985, I wrote, produced, directed it. And it's a perfect test to see how our new setup works, and if it works well, and if it doesn't work at all. We're going to find out together, because I'm going to figure out how to play this on Streamlabs OS from the downloaded video file. And I'm going to create a great big giant window that will play this for you once it downloads. And it's going to be absolutely marvelous. And these are all local actors from Lincoln, Nebraska. And it was just a fantastic experience, working with some very talented and wonderful people. And it's going to be wild to see this. I have not watched this for 30 years. 4 months ago, we watched episode 4, and this is episode 8. There were 12 episodes that I wrote. And for some reason, we decided to do the 4th episode and the last episode, the 8th episode. I don't know why. That's what we did. And it worked out pretty well. Okay, so now I gotta find where this file is. I believe it is in downloads. It is in downloads. So now I have to set up the scene. And you're not going to see anything as I try to find this file. Media source. Add media. MP file. Yes, please. Add a new source. Aired on Cablevision in Nebraska. They had open access.
The following program is presented in accordance with the public access requirement of the City of Lincoln. Cablevision is not responsible for the content of this program and does not necessarily agree with the views expressed. If you would like to express your views about this program, please address your comments to Cablevision, Program Director, Post Office Box 80019, Lincoln, Nebraska 68501.
Tape's rolling. Me and crew are sticking out at everybody's house. Undercover work.
Like Batman?
Yeah, Craig, like Batman.
Andy, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where do you think your girls?
Great.
No, really.
Well, I think they're great. They smell good. They look nice. They're soft. And they got bedroom eyes.
Well, what about younger women with brown eyes?
How young are we talking?
My age.
13? And it all depends. I don't know many 13-year-olds with brown eyes. What do you think?
They giggle too much.
All girls do that. Just ask Crew, he'll tell you. It just depends on how much.
Well, not a whole bunch. She's smart and all. Helps me with my math.
Craig, math is your best subject.
I know, but it makes her feel wanted.
And you're asking me for advice.
Well, not a whole bunch of the other guys like girls.
So what?
Well, Bill and John have girlfriends, and none of the guys like them.
Are they happy?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Well, sort of.
Did anybody like Bill and John before they got girlfriends?
Not really.
There, see what I'm trying to say?
No.
Let me put it this way. If you like a girl, go for her. Then if the guys you think are your friends really are, they won't care. If they don't understand, they never were your friends. Loving a woman is a gift. Does that make sense?
Kinda. What do you and Julie do when you go on a date?
We don't call it a date. We just get together. We go bowling or skating. Sometimes we go downtown and look at sculptures. Stuff like that.
That's it?
That's it.
What should I wear? How do I act? What should I talk about?
Act like you always do. If she says she'll go out with you, don't change. If you alter yourself, you're gonna scare her away. Hey, who is this anyway?
Carla Tuberini. Andy? Andy, oh, never mind. Andy has to do at the bed sometimes.
What was that? Craig, I used to too.
Well, what if I get lucky?
Get lucky? What are you talking about?
You know, after the date, like.
You've been watching too many cable shows. They've numbed your mind.
So you mean I don't have to worry about that?
I wouldn't. At least not for a couple of months.
You and Julie.
What about me and Julie?
I'm your brother, right?
Why, yeah, I've been told that.
So tell me.
So tell you what?
How far did you get with Julie? Home run, grand slam?
Craig, no.
Not even a first, huh?
I wouldn't say that. Probably nothing more than you'll do with Carla Tuberini.
God, what a boring brother.
Thanks for at least coming down here.
Thanks for the roses. They're in my room.
Changed perfume.
I've changed. I told you that on the phone.
Yeah, so have I. You know, I look at a lot of things different now.
What's it like there?
People there are nice. It was scary at first, you know, having to admit I had a problem. Now, though, it doesn't seem so tough.
How much longer do you have to stay?
A couple of months, you know, at the halfway house, getting through aftercare. Hey, remember when we used to climb up atop that building? Stare down at the street? We counted 48 sparrows one day.
Stan.
Sorry. So how's Andy?
A little shy and a little insecure. But he gives me something to care for.
Yeah, I guess I was a little closed back then, huh?
That was just you.
Julie, tell me, what happened between us? I've been thinking and thinking about it ever since I've been sober.
We just decided to call it a tie game and go home. We were both fighting for something different.
Julie.
Stan, don't press this. I've got to be getting home.
Julie, I love you. I mean, not like before. I mean, it means more this time. It means something. But I understand. You always did do the right thing.
Goodbye, Stan. I still love you. But not like it was. Not anymore.
Another draw, huh?
Let's call it a game this time, huh, Stan?
Julie, wait! I want to give you something. For next year. Next season. Maybe we'll make it to the Rose Bowl.
Hey, what's the paint? What do you mean the car don't work? It's a transmission. Junk. How are we gonna track Aries?
I don't know. Let's start walking. Maybe something will happen.
Hey! Hey, Barney! Get your truck out here! Come here!
There it is, man.
Hello, Andy, crew. What do you want?
Your truck.
No, I just waxed it.
Oh, fine job at that. Come on, Bergie, we'll pay for gas.
No, fellas.
Come on, Bergie, be a pal.
Daniel.
What?
It's Daniel. I don't like being called by my last name.
Okay, Daniel. What do you say?
No, what do you want it for?
We gotta follow Aries.
Well, what did he do?
Nothing.
Then why do you want to follow him?
Come on, Bergie, trust us on this one. I get a terrible feeling in my gut.
You shouldn't eat the school's ice cream.
How's your mom?
Mother's fine. She made some strawberry cake last night. Would you like to have a piece?
I hate strawberries.
What?
Nothing. What he's trying to say is that right now we have to follow Aries. Maybe when we're done, we'll come over for some cake, if you want us to.
Sure.
Then we can use your truck.
I drive?
Sure. You can drive.
Well...
Come on, please.
We'll still have cake after.
Only if you want us to.
Well, all right.
Let's rock! Okay, he's kissing his family goodbye. Mom, Dad, Julie. Puck offers his foot. Aries shakes it. Hey, there's a taxi pulling up. Aries goes to the taxi with 2 suitcases. Julie's going after him, and she gives him a flower. He gets in a taxi. The taxi's taken up. Hey, Bergie, we gotta get to your truck and follow him. It's Daniel. Daniel! What? Come on!
Hey, there's a flag. Hey, Crusader! Can we share the view?
What are you doing here?
Hey, sit down, Bergie. We were worried about you. Yeah. What are you doing, jumping bail or something?
Jeez, if I'd known you were coming out here, I would have hitched a ride and saved $9.60 in camp fare.
Hey, when's your flight leave?
Soon.
So you are leaving.
Why? Why what?
What's going on? You won't tell either of us anything. Tell us something. Lie if you have to, but make us feel like you trust us. Does Julie know?
Yeah. I think so.
No wonder she's been avoiding me. How about Puck, you know?
Yeah, you could say he was the first to find out. I know what? Look, I have it all in this letter. I was gonna send it Federal Express to see if they really do deliver overnight. But since you're here, I probably should fill you in.
You're sick.
Some might say that. They think I have cancer.
No. That's tough. It's hard to believe.
Well, I met this bus driver named Brian. He helped me to realize that the most important thing is having people to care for.
What are your chances?
We don't know yet. It might be stopped.
Where's it at?
My body. Sorry, bad joke. It's in my bones. Legs.
Why didn't you tell us? We're sorry.
Well, that's why. Next thing I know, you'll be feeding me chicken soup through a straw. Be nice to me all the time, because you think I won't be able to return the punt. You guys would do that to me, wouldn't you?
Maybe. But you still should have told us. It's not a very fair attitude.
You're right. I'm sorry.
How'd it happen?
Hereditary. Mom's dad died because of cancer. Puck's had it for about a year.
God, he's got it too?
Why do you think he never does anything, never works? He wants to live his life his own way, which is fine. He refused treatment. Me. Hell, I'm not done living yet.
How do you feel? How's it feel to have cancer?
It doesn't, so I don't. At times I get a slow ache in my shins. Puck gets his pain in the neck.
How about the pain? How do you deal with it?
Try not to think about it. I use my mind to block out the pain. Puck cracks a joke. Not very funny ones, but if it works, why not?
Flight 289 to Rochester, now boarding at gate 4. Flight 289 to Rochester, now boarding gate 4.
I don't know. I guess you'll have to write the column yourself, Prue.
Hey, I'll take care of it. You just worry about getting cured, eh?
Not cured. Just to feel a little bit better. My legs are killing me.
Well, goodbye.
No, don't. Just say you'll see me later. That way I have to come back.
See you later, Herse.
Yeah, see you later.
Almost forgot. Here's this week's column. I wrote it last night after I packed.
Thanks.
I didn't want to leave you in trouble with Bryant. Well, see you around.
Well, fellas, what type of milk goes best with strawberry cake?
Doc, I was expecting the nurse.
Oh, life is full of surprises. Aries, how are you feeling?
You tell me.
Just like Puck, I see. How is he?
Hooting it up, I'm afraid.
Has he gone back to treatment?
No.
I suppose the spinal taps were too much for him. The important thing is, though, that you're here. How are you feeling?
Well, my legs hurt a little bit on takeoff and touchdown. The stewardess on my lap didn't help matters.
You'll be fine. You should try spreading some of that good cheer to your roomie. It's been here over 2 weeks and doesn't look good. He hasn't said a thing.
What's wrong with him?
Valve problems. We scheduled open heart for 4 days from now, but that's if he improves physically. He's lost almost 20 pounds since he's been here.
But if I'd known the food was that bad, I should have stayed at Westborough. Worst ice cream in the state.
Listen, I have to go. I'll be back later. Get some rest. Keep the nurses off your legs, huh?
Not if I can help it. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm your friendly neighborhood Mr. Canterbilly.
Mr. Taylor. Fancy meeting you in what I presume to be a private hospital room. Must have been very busy to have put us in the same room together.
What are you doing here?
Probably the same thing you're doing here. When you find that the care and staff here are very good.
Well, what about the big marriage? Nancy, what's her name?
Hoax. I had to do something. Make some excuse. This way, no one will bother me. Can you understand that, Mr. Taylor?
Felt the same way for a while.
What brings you here, Mr. Taylor?
We're not in school. Call me Aries.
You don't call me Jace.
I'm not asking to. Just call me Aries.
What alleged quirk of fate has brought you to this institution?
Alleged bone cancer.
Are you going to make it?
Are you?
Well, how should I know?
Same here.
Where are your parents, Mr. Taylor?
I didn't want them here. There's nothing they can do for me here except worry. And they can do that at home.
So, what do you think of Mr. Bryant?
I try not to. I know why you did it, though.
Oh, really?
Mr. W. told us.
That man never could keep a secret. Time to wound my grandfather clock.
What's that?
To what are you referring?
That thing in your armpit.
It's a stuffed mouse, Mr. Taylor.
Did you name it?
Yes, as a matter of record, I did. I named it after a friend I never had the privilege of meeting. Mr. Taylor, meet Daryl.
Interesting.
Well, I'm so glad you're amused. Mr. Taylor.
That's the last time. Call me Aries.
It means the same thing.
Mr. Canterbury, I'm scared.
As am I. I have nothing to live for, really.
You have people to live for?
I despise most people.
Buy a dog, then.
I bought a mouse named Daryl instead.
At least you're not alone.
Aries, meet Daryl. Call me Jace, please.
It's a little wilted, but it still has smell.
And I have tubes up my nose.
It'll keep. We'll get the nurse to put it in some water.
Thank you.
Thanks for the rat, Jace.
You're welcome. And it's a mouse.
Aries, we're ready.
The preceding program was produced for airing at this time on LCSP, Lincoln Community Service Programming. In accordance with local franchise agreements, Cablevision must provide a local origination channel for community programming use. Cablevision does not necessarily agree with the views expressed within these programs, nor is it responsible for the program content. If you have any questions about LCSP or about programming here at Cable Channel 10, please contact us at Cablevision, 390 North Cotner, Lincoln, Nebraska, 68505. This is LCSP, Lincoln Community Service Programming.
Oh, I realized I didn't have my mic on this time. So here I am, I'm back. So that was the Westborough Crusaders, filmed entirely on location in Lincoln, Nebraska, 1981. This is our technical show, so we're testing. So if I forget to turn things off, you know why. And so the airport scene was actually filmed in the Lincoln Municipal Airport. And we had a wonderful time. And back then there was no TSA. You just went into the airport, right or left, terminal A, B. Only 2 terminals in Lincoln, Nebraska. Incoming and outgoing, I guess. And we just brought our equipment and the actors and we sat, turned on the camera, and we started filming. And the security guard came up to us and said, "What are you guys doing?" I said, "We're..." And he looked at us and he should have said, "Get out." But this is 1981 in Lincoln, Nebraska. So he just kind of watched us. And what part of his job was to check the ashtrays, which were also a garbage can, for bombs, I guess. So he would come in every 10 minutes, walk around, look at us, lift the top of the ashtray off, look inside to see if there was a bomb, and then put the ashtray back on it. He let us stay. Nobody said anything to us. And we filmed. And it was sort of a technical disaster because we're in an environment where you cannot control the sound. I remembered that it was impossible to see the actors because the light outside and inside, but that wasn't terrible. What was terrible is switching from scene to scene, cut to cut, and having the Muzak in the library playing different songs for different takes. But we didn't realize it at the time, so we did the best we could. It all worked out. Episode 4 is probably a little bit better than episode 8, which I didn't realize was so full of death. Breaking up with your girlfriend, and then You're dying, and your favorite professor's dying, and everybody's dying. Well, it's that time of day again. Oh, I forgot our introduction. This is our introduction. Yes, it's that time of day again. Play a little bit of Not Bobby Fischer Chess with your friend and mine, Mr. David W. Rose. Now we go to this screen and we find out what's going on, and it is time for us to try to play a little bit of chessable. So today we're playing white, and we have to solve within 5 moves. And I like it that we can see my arrow. You cannot see the arrow on a Mac for some reason, but we're on Windows. And on Windows you can see it. I approve. It could be a queen move, but then the king takes. I'm going to make this a rook move. Let's just see what happens. That was the right move. Very surprised. And then I'll go here. Oh no. Does it tell me? Oh, I made the wrong move. You want me to go this way, and then the king takes. And then I go here with my queen. And the king goes back, and we go over. Well, when you get the yellow moves, it means it's an okay move, but not the move they want you to make, which is very disturbing to me because I then make the wrong move next. Okay, they want me to move that way. Well, that was painful. My accuracy was only 40%. I do accept, and I've had just about enough of that. So let's go over here and play our puzzle of the day, Missed Opportunity. White to play. Is it a king move? It is a king move. I knew it was a king move. I'm just playing around. I'm not even talking out loud to you because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm spacing out. Now we missed a few days, I guess because of our Windows update. So let's go to Saturday. White to move. The clue is a close sheaf. Instead of shave. Someone's very clever today. This is very sensitive to rolling. Navigating the traffic cones. White to move. Okay. This is the later in the week puzzle, so it's going to be a little more difficult, but that's all right. Ah. I don't know what that sound was. So I did okay. Not great, but I did all right. Well, we've had a wonderful stream today. It's been full of drama and heartache and passion. Tomorrow will be better, because we now know what we're doing with this stream and how it's all working. If you have any questions for me, write to me, David, at boles.live. Actually, boles.tv. Boles.live is our video on demand on YouTube. If you have a question for Jana Marie, you can email her, jana@boles.tv. You can super follow us on Twitter at David Boles. On TikTok, we are Boles TV. Instagram, Boles Books. And on the Facebook, regular old BOLES. Use our Discord. I'll see you tomorrow.